Perfect. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening for the Service Unit Coordinator Training for the 2026 Fall Product Program. I think I've been able to meet each and every one of you in person, but if not, my name is Emma Miller. I'm the Director of Product Sales for the Girl Scouts of Central Illinois, and I am starting oh my goodness, probably my seventh fall product season that I've at least been helping with, if not now in charge of, working alongside Erin Parker from M2, who is joining us this evening. And so it's just been a pleasure to really, when I started with the product program team, I was in direct contact with our volunteers. That was one of my main tasks, and everyone that I worked with was just so welcoming. And one of the first groups that I had the pleasure of working with was the service unit coordinators, many of which are still service unit coordinators today, which is just awesome to me. So I really do thank each and every one of you for taking time. Like Kelly had mentioned to Erin, our schools are kind of getting into full swing here. And so I know I was just fresh from a back to school night this evening. And I know several of you have either been helping us with back to school nights or taking your own kiddos to those. So thank you for making time for that. Before I introduce Erin, I do also want to introduce Kelly Day, who is our council president. She is able to join us this evening, which I'm so thankful for. And Kelly, I didn't know if you just wanted to say hello really quick to our coordinators.
Absolutely. So it's great to see the names of everybody and the faces. Emma's right. It's great to have people that continue to come back and support both our fall product and cookie program because I know a lot of you do both. I say it every year and I do mean it. We could not facilitate this program for our girls without our volunteers, without all of you. So thank you very much. I too got to attend several back to school nights and I have several left this week. And, last night we were in Maroa Forsyth and we had 21 girls that were interested in becoming Girl Scouts. So the excitement is there, and I'm just hoping for a really great fall product program. So thank you, Emma, for putting this on this evening, and Erin for being here too.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. And Erin, I know you will get to speak a lot more to our group, but I did know if you wanted to say a quick hello before we get rolling, and then you can still have time to search for an updated family pic before I send
Yeah,
it
no,
off to
that's
you.
great. That's great. I will definitely track that down. Thanks again for the opportunity to be here tonight. Just really enjoy the time. Love to see so many familiar faces and names listed as well. So definitely got a group of veterans on the call, which is awesome. And we love our veterans. We love our first year rookies as well that are serving this role as well. It's a fun time. It's a fun adventure, and it's worthwhile what you're doing. So thanks for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erin. And like I mentioned, I'm going to go through a few of the council highlights here and there, and then hand off the training to Erin. So there will be a transition there. But I am very thankful to have him with us. It's not very often that we get to have one of the vendor representatives with us. And so I really do appreciate your time tonight, Erin. Thank you for being here. And while we are passing out thank yous, I want to echo both Kelly and Erin in thanking you all again for what you do. We wouldn't be able to work with our Girl Scouts and our troop volunteers without your assistance. So I do appreciate you not only taking time this evening, but for all the work that you do in securing delivery locations and helping if troop leaders have questions and helping to distribute paperwork and all of the other in between jobs that happen. I just really appreciate all the hard work that you give us and dedicate to the program and to our volunteers and Girl Scouts. So I am happy to introduce the Fall Product Program. And while Erin gets to talk about the fun kangaroo and all of those fun things, I get to tell you that the program will be similar in timing to what we did last year with starting October 1st. I thought that that was a great opportunity, not only for our membership team, but for our Girl Scouts to start with a fresh, brand new Girl Scout year with the with the start of the new membership year on October 1 as well. The program will run through November 2nd with our online sales. And then we are looking at fall product delivery the week of November 18th. So those delivery days that will be available are the 18th, 19th, and 20th of November. So the theme for this year is Ready to Explore. So you are going to see that not only in the fall product program, but also in the cookie program. And you will also see the kangaroo throughout the fall product program as well, because that is the mascot for the program. So I did want to really quick run through, especially as service unit coordinators, you are our frontline volunteers. And so I do like to share some of a review of the program. Before I dive too far in, I do realize I was remiss in kind of doing some of my housekeeping. So I'm going to pause here for a second and go through some of that. I did realize I'm sitting here distracting myself, gesturing. I typically take myself off camera. So please feel free, if you're on camera, leave yourself on. If you are off camera, leave yourself off. I will probably take myself off here shortly just to stop distracting myself with my hand gestures. Also, I am recording this evening's training so that I can share it with our service unit coordinators who were unable to join us this evening. So with that being said, I do not want to kill any conversations or discourage thoughts or opinions, but I do ask that during the main portions of the training, if you'll remain muted, I will be pausing throughout several portions of the training to ask if there are any questions. I'll also be keeping an eye on the chat as well. So please don't let that stop you from asking anything. I'll just be pausing frequently to ask for any questions. So thanks for pausing there. Back to our review for the 25 Fall Product Program. We did see an increase of one troop. So that was 293 troops who participated in the Fall Product Program last year in 2025. Where we saw an increase was in the Girl Scouts who participated, and I am so proud of our Girl Scouts who were very hard workers, and that was almost 1,600 of them. So we had 1,595 Girl Scouts participate in last year's Fall Product Program, which was up 127 girls, which was almost 9%. So that was huge, and those are very active Girl Scouts, and I think we had a great fall product program last year because of their participation. We did see a growth of almost $18,000 in total sales, as well as an increase in Adopt a Soldier donations. Not only in the amount of donations, we were up 252 donations, but also in the amount that was donated. We did see a decline in our average sales per Girl Scout, but that is usually given when you have an increase in Girl Scouts. But our total gross sales per email, I love that Erin provides that for us, did grow by almost $1.30 to $12.88. So that does show that the girls who take the time to send emails, it really does equate to some good sales for them. We also introduced candles to the online product lineup. So it included BarkBox, Tervis, magazines, personalized products, nuts, candy, and candles as well. We also continued our participation in the cookie crossover patch. And I was really excited last year because we were able to debut a new troop profit opportunity. We were able to offer 15% per item instead of a flat fee per item. And I hope that you all would agree that that is a new and an awesome incentive for our troops and troop profit that really does equate to, if a girl is selling a $28.99 or $28.99 bark box, it's going to be a little bit more than that $8 nut or candy item that she might be selling. This is a breakdown of our sales, and although it is a digital world in Central Illinois, we still very much like our physical order card. So that will be a feature of the sale that we will be continuing. You can see the breakdown of the rest of the products, $154,000 on online girl delivered, 38 on direct ship, and then the rest is sprinkled out among magazines, tumblers, candles, BarkBox, and personalized products. So all of those are performing very well, but it does go to show that here in Central Illinois, we do like that order card. I also just wanted to give you a quick glimpse at the last 6 years of sales from 2020 to or through 2025. You can see our little peak there in 22, 23, a dip in 24, but we are making back some ground here and hoping to have another great sale in 26 as well. Our goals this year are to meet budgeted sales of $483,200, increase the number of fall product participants to 1,600, and increase our council per girl average to $302 per girl. I think that both the increase in participants as well as the per girl average will be, a goal that is very achievable, especially after Erin shows you some of the really cool online things that we are having this year, whether it's, new candles or things like that. I think that girls will find it easy to be able to make that PGA. So before I dive into volunteer responsibilities and just going over some of the things I'll ask of you as coordinators and that I'll be asking of our troop volunteers, just wanted to pause and see if there were any questions. I'll check the chat box here, but also feel free to take yourself off mute and ask a question. All right, I'm not hearing anyone come off mute. I'll keep an eye on the chat still as well, but we will continue to roll along here. As a service unit coordinator, basically I'm going to be asking you to help me with training and sales distribution or sales material distribution, as well as helping me find a delivery location. And so although many of you are returning veterans, and I do have some new coordinators as well, I like to review some of the responsibilities. The first being complete the service unit level fall product training. So congratulations, that step is complete because you are here with me this evening. The next step I'll ask is that you'll help me secure a delivery location for your area by September 16th. Some of you may already have your location in mind, or it may be the same location as last year. If you don't mind sending me an email, I will make sure to drop that in the chat. Just to let me know, even if it's at the same place, to say, hey, it's still at that church, and here is my date. Again, the available dates for delivery will be November 18th, 19th, or 20th. And then I will share that information with staff, and we will work on making sure we have at least one staff member present at your delivery to help bring materials, answer questions, and just help out as well. I'm also going to ask our coordinators to conduct a troop level training. So we encourage your volunteers to come to a service unit level type meeting. I'll have a troop training deck that will be available on our website. So you can use that deck and have your sales material that you've hopefully received in the last couple of weeks or so. And, even if it can't be something in person, doing something virtual just to offer your troops. I will also be offering a troop level training as well. But sometimes having that training come from a fellow volunteer in their area is just a little bit more impactful. So if you need help with any of those trainings or have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'll ask that you'll collaborate with both myself and the membership and program staff to let us know if you hosted a training and which troops attended. You'll distribute sales materials to troops, whether that be the forms and the agreements or the order cards. You'll help me to oversee product orders online, and then you'll also work to help me schedule and facilitate both troop product and troop reward pickup. As in the last several years, rewards will arrive separately from the product. Typically a couple weeks after we have delivery of product is when the rewards will arrive. And so you'll help me to schedule and facilitate pickup of those items. You'll also help me oversee delivery site and troop product pickup, and then organize rewards for distribution once those are delivered. As troop volunteers, one of the things you can help communicate to them are some of their responsibilities. The first of all being that the troop volunteer for fall product can be the troop leader. It can also be another registered adult from the troop that is wanting to step up and be the coordinator for the fall product or cookie program. We're going to ask that they complete a troop volunteer training, whether that be at the service unit meeting or training that you may offer, or it is my training that I'll offer virtually. We also ask them that they take that information back to their troop to do a Girl Scout and caregiver training. I will also have a deck for troop leaders to use for that Girl Scout caregiver level training as well. We ask that troop volunteers distribute program materials to their Girl Scouts and caregivers, and then they may be responsible for entering troop product and reward orders. That really depends on the troop, whether they want the parents to take care of entering their own Girl Scouts orders or they want to enter it themselves. But that may be a responsibility that the troop leader or troop volunteer takes on. The troop volunteer will also need to pick up products and rewards from wherever your service unit delivery site may be. Help to distribute products and rewards then once they pick them up to their Girl Scouts and caregivers. Collect and deposit money into the troop bank account. And if they are having issues with collecting money from any of the caregivers in their troop, they will need to complete an outstanding balance form and include with that a parent permission form as well as receipts, and turn all of that into the local service center by December 15th. I am going to go through the outstanding balance form in just a couple of slides as well, just in case that's a new feature to you. We'll kind of cover what that all means here. So like I mentioned, a training presentation will be available for use during those troops, Girl Scout, and adult trainings. That will be posted on our website, getyourgirlpower.org. But the M2 website also has all kinds of good resources and training materials for troops and adults and caregivers as well. As far as support materials, each Girl Scout will receive a nut and candy order card plus a caregiver permission form. Troops will be able to pick up their order cards and all other materials either by coming into their local service center, visiting with you as the service unit coordinator, or reaching out to either their local MEC or program coordinator to pick up paperwork. So there are several different ways that we are able to get paperwork into our volunteers' hands. As far as finances go, we do need a new ACH form if a troop is new or if they are an existing troop with changes to their bank account. We do ask that a new ACH form be completed by November 13th and submitted to the local service center by that date. Because the fall product program is happening as many new troops are getting established, we do allow troops to pay by check during the fall product program. So if a new troop is going to pay for their fall product balance by check, that is going to be due to their local service center by December 16th. Otherwise, our council will complete an automatic withdrawal or an ACH on December 18th, and we will just automatically withdraw a troop bank account if they haven't already paid by check. If, as a troop is collecting payment for the orders that they've had, the last day to submit those insufficient funds or NSF checks is going to be January 4th of 2027. And finally, as a reminder, loans made at any level will not be reimbursed by the council. So if a troop leader comes up to you and is asking you to help them cover their troop balance, just out of abundance of caution, go ahead and tell them no, because we won't be able to help you out if if you make that loan. So Danielle asked if we can begin giving out forms now, and you absolutely can. There is no reason to hold those back. If you're giving out order forms, I would encourage people just to hold on to those until October 1st and, on your honor kind of thing. But otherwise, paperwork can be given out. I'm going to be chatting with the council program team tomorrow, and we will be talking about getting that paperwork out in our council offices by that first week of September. So we'll be right in line with you guys handing out paperwork as well. Great question. Thanks, Danielle. So that outstanding balance form is going to be for a troop volunteer who might be experiencing issues collecting money from a Girl Scout or a caregiver. As a reminder, money for in-person customer orders should be collected when that product is delivered, not when the order is placed. That's only for order card orders. If a customer orders online, that payment is already collected. But otherwise, if a troop leader or a troop volunteer is having issues with that, they can complete an outstanding balance form or an OSB form that's going to ask questions, Girl Scout name, parents' names, all of that information. Then the troop volunteer will need to turn that back into the local service center by no later than December 15th, and we will need all receipts. So hopefully when that parent or guardian picked up the product, they signed a receipt and left that with the troop. So the troop volunteer should include that receipt and also a copy of the signed parent permission form along with that outstanding balance form. Once that's submitted to the council, what that does then is the debtor or the caregiver and Girl Scout who owe money will then make payments to the local service center or to council, not their troop volunteer. That way, the Girl Scout caregiver and troop volunteer can continue to have a really positive experience, and the money collection side comes and the works directly with the council. So helps try to keep a positive experience that way. So Girl Scouts are eligible to participate in the program as long as they do not have an outstanding balance to their troop or the council, and their caregiver has signed their caregiver permission form. A troop is eligible to participate as long as they don't have an outstanding balance and have at least one registered adult. We do prefer that they be ACH ready, but like I mentioned, we do know that new troops are being formed in the fall. So we are working to be ACH ready. We also ask that the troop volunteer in charge of the fall product program sign that troop coordinator agreement form and turn that into you or the council staff member, either at training or when before they pick up product at delivery. Before I hand it over to Erin, I did want to take a moment here to pause and put up all of the different council resources you have at your fingertips, whether that be our customer care line, your local program coordinators or local program specialists. Their names, emails, and phone numbers are there. Your local membership engagement coordinator is another great option. I just worked and trained as many staff members as I could today. Our Girl Scout website is also 90% filled with items, and I will continue to work with Molly Wilson from our team to build that website in the days to come. The M2 customer care team that Aaron will reference near the end of his training is their contact information is there, as well as my contact information. Please do not hesitate to reach out to any or all of us if you have a question or need assistance. That is what we are here for. So I am going to work on getting myself stopped sharing so that Aaron can start to share. While I do that, I'm also wanting to open up the floor to see if anyone happens to have any questions. This is a great time to take yourself off of mute and ask your questions should you have any. And Aaron, in the meantime, I'll toss it over to you. Oh, here's Aaron again. We must have lost him. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, thanks, Emma. As soon as I go to share, I click on the wrong thing. So that was all me.
Hey, that
Uh,
happens.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Share screen on share screen. Okay. Let's see. Sounds good. Cancel that. We're gonna share. No. Let me actually grab the PowerPoint for a moment.
Yes.
I guess if there's any, where is that?
We may have lost Aaron again. I'm gonna give him a few moments and see if we get him back here. Oh, the joys of technology. Aaron's back.
I am back. I'm just about there. I have a newer computer, and I also so I'm trying to figure out navigate through this
I
with you guys
understand.
sharing. If we get to that spot, I may have you drive, but
Yes, no problem.
if you could just make me a presenter again, that would be great, and then
Yes,
I'll just grab hold of that.
I did make you co-host, so you should be
Awesome.
able to share when
There
you
we
are
go.
ready.
Perfect. Uh, share window. Mm. You know what, Emma? Why don't we go ahead and let's see. Maybe we got it. Hold on. Let's see. Just trying to see if we can drive the PowerPoint. You know what? You probably see a mixed thing. It's probably gonna be best. Why don't we go ahead and just share off your screen
Okay,
tonight, if
not a
that's okay?
problem. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
mine does not seem to want to be navigating easily
That happens.
in
All
this
right.
environment. All right. So then, yes, so we'll have to share the picture. I'll drop it in the chat in just a little bit of the family. So we'll navigate that one a little bit because I had that queued up. So thanks for doing that, Em. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a
So
problem.
again, great to be with you this evening. My name is Aaron Parker. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to meet yet, and let's just jump right into the fall product program. So, key thing in this experience with the fall product program is it's about leadership skill and development. And there's those 5 key skills of goal setting, money management, people skills, decision making, business ethics. They're woven throughout not only this product program, but cookies as well, and the many different activities that are part of the Girl Scout experience, whether it be different programs, camp, troop activities, in many ways that troops give back. So we've interwoven that throughout. So the key thing here is that you are overseeing this program for troops and ultimately the Girl Scouts that are participating in this program and having a direct impact on that experience. The important thing too is that in your service unit role, you're really establishing an infrastructure for troops to be able to e- e- implement this program. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, it's not only a learning experience, the program overall, it's also a money earning opportunity for troops. We know troops are active, got a variety of different adventures like travel, camp, whatever their troop activity may be. And so this helps to enable that. But we also know that troops are active in the communities as well in terms of giving back and involved. And so this helps to fund many of those activities as well at the end of the day. And of course, it helps to provide resources for the overall programs that are available across Girl Scouts of Central Illinois. So every year we have a different theme. This year's no different. We've got Ready to Explore. It's a theme that's not only part of the fall product program, but it would be part of the 2027 cookie program as well, interwoven kind of over the entire membership year. And of course, we've got our theme mascot as well, which Emma gave away a little bit earlier, is our kangaroo for this upcoming season. Some fun facts around our kangaroo friend, primarily comes from Eastern Australia. They're in small groups called troops, appropriately, right? They use their strong tail for balance while jumping. And then, fun fact, those newborns are called joeys. They're literally about an inch long at birth, about the size of a grape. And then they, of course, spend a portion of their lives at the beginning with those female kangaroos that sport a pouch on their belly, cradling those joeys. So they pretty much grow and utilize that space until there's no more room at the end when they're grown up. Troop proceeds are an important part of this program as well. Troops are going to earn 15% across the board on all sales, whether it's in person with the nut order card or online. And then for those troops that are junior Girl Scouts or older, they can opt out to basically receive the patches, but not the reward items to earn an additional 3% in troop proceeds. So that will get them up from 15% up to 18% in total troop proceeds if those troops each decide as an entire troop to opt out of the rewards. So there's lots of different ways in which friends and family can support their favorite Girl Scout. We're going to talk tonight about we got nuts and chocolates, we've got magazines, bark box, candles, personalized products, and then Turvis tumblers as well. So let's talk about the different ordering options available.
Aaron, if I can jump in real quick,
Yeah.
just I know usually each year it comes up when the opt-out question about is it junior only troops or if we have a multi-level troop that has juniors. So I did want to clarify that if a troop is multi-level, they are welcome to choose the opt-out option if they have a junior or juniors in their troop and their troop has made that decision. So as long as the daisies and the brownies have had the ability to voice their vote, if that's the way the vote goes, they're welcome to opt out. Also, our troops who are all juniors and older are able to opt out as well. So just wanted to make sure I clarified that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
So lots of different storefronts that customers are able to order from. These items ship from all over the country in different spaces. You can basically select a starting point there. That supporter is going to receive either an email, a text link, could be available there on social media, QR code. So there's a lot of different ways to be able to reach that Girl Scout storefront. One thing to kind of call out is on that nut storefront. If somebody clicks on that, they're going to be able to explore all the 25 plus Girl Scout branded items that are available and have those direct ship there. Those that are offered the option for online Girl Delivered, if a Girl Scout family had selected them to give them the option to order off the nut order card online because maybe they're in the area or they're going to see them sometime in the fall. Those that have that option, it'll look very much similar to the bottom right hand corner where they have a split screen that gives them the opportunity to either get Girl Delivered and order off from the nut order card or do the direct ship where they can pay for shipping and have directly shipped. If they're not offered that option, they won't notice it at all. They'll just click on the nut store and it'll take them directly to the direct ship store. Key thing here is once someone shopped on one of the storefronts, if they want to continue shopping at one of the other storefronts, they're able to do that. Basically, they get to the end here, they're going to get a receipt, and then they can click on one of these other storefronts to continue their shopping experience. One of the new things this year that we have as part of the shopping process is we've made it easier to navigate between the storefronts. One of the things in the past, let's say you start off at the magazine storefront, you maybe don't find something that's of interest to you. You actually had to go back to the email or the text in order to be able to look at one of the other storefronts. We've made it easier now that at the top of the storefront, it's got the existing storefront you're on. You can click on that and actually go visit another storefront. So we made it a lot easier to be able to navigate between the storefronts overall. So let's deep dive into each of the different products that are available for the Girl Scouts as part of the program. Off the bat, nut order card is still a large portion of the program, as Emma had highlighted earlier. As part of that, for this upcoming fall, we've got 16 different nut, candy, and chocolate items. Off to the right hand side there, you see the top 5 from this past season. Number 1 was the deluxe pecan clusters. Number 2 was the dulce de leche owls. English butter toffee was number 3. 4 was the peanut butter bears. And number 5 was those dark chocolate caramel caps with sea salt. Let's just say it is a chocolate world. And so those box chocolates really rounded out the top 5 there. But you can see there's a lot of other variety of items that are available as well. So all kinds of different special treats. We've got some new items this year. One is we've got what's called the Cranberry Trail. We used to have a Cranberry Trail mix that's been replaced now with the Cranberry Trail. It's really, we call it a cleaner mix. It's basically 3 different items that are part of that mix. You've got roasted and salted cashews. Then we've got the almonds mixed in with those cranberries that are dried. So those are in a pop top can. That item specifically is available direct ship online. What's available on the order card is the sweet onion snack mix for this upcoming season. It's got a mix of peanuts, almonds, cashews, and mini pretzels. They're all coated in a sweet onion seasoning. Those are in a resealable bag, and those are available on the order card with online girl delivered or the direct ship. We also have 2 tins that are part of the lineup this year, actually 3 in total, just one with 2 different items that are part of it. The first one is the Exploration tin. It's the second Girl Scout tin in a series of 3. And this one is focused on exploring with Girl Scouts. Inside there, we've got the mint treasures, which are individually wrapped mints with the Girl Scout trefoil on the wrapper. Something to call out that's new with this item with the move towards 2027 with no artificial colorings in products. One of the things we did is we removed the green tint from the mint treasures for this upcoming season. So it's got a white look to it now. You can see featured there. So it's got all the great flavor. It's just has more of that natural color that that product is. In addition, we've got the holiday tin featured down there, bottom right hand corner. It's got our snowman as well as the cardinal scene on there. And then customers are able to choose between the chalk covered pretzels and the deluxe pecan clusters with that specific item. New this year, there's a bonus item offer, and we just want to let you know as service units just kind of what that customer experience is going to be like with the direct ship nut stores. So one of the things that's going to happen there is when someone makes a purchase of those items that they're going to pay to have shipped to them. When they check out, they'll actually be offered one additional item. They'll be able to choose. They'll have 3 that are offered that aren't in their shopping cart. And out of those 3, they'll be able to pick one of those items that they can actually add to their shopping cart, not pay any additional shipping for that additional item. And then they'll also get a $2 discount off that item as well. So it's a good value. And also, they don't have to pay the additional cost of shipping as part of this. Then that will be part of the offerings with the direct ship nut store. It'll happen every time, with the exception of if somebody just has kind of the care to share items in the cart. Since nothing's actually being shipped out, we wouldn't offer that bonus in that case. However, as long as there's at least one nut item that a customer is getting shipped to them, they will be offered this opportunity to be able to order that additional item, to choose one out of the 3 at a discounted rate with no shipping cost to it. So we're excited. It's a bonus item offer. The great thing about it too is the Girl Scout participants going to get rewards for any of those sales. They're going to get as a troop sales. It's going to count towards their sales, and they're going to get proceeds off that as well. So excited, but we just wanted to make you aware of this bonus offer that's going to be part of the direct ship storefront this upcoming season.
Erin, one question that came up while I was training this afternoon with staff, and I think it would be good for this group as well. With these items that you said, the 3 that come up, are those going to be the same 3 that are always offered? Are they going to rotate? How does that work?
Sure. So there's 5 non-chocolate items that will be within the rotation, and they'll receive up to 3 items offered that aren't in their shopping cart.
Awesome. Thank you. That helps a lot.
Yeah, you bet. And then, of course, when we talk about the opportunity to give back, we've got the Care to Share, where we're able to provide an item or taste from home for our service women, service men. And then basically each of these donations will go overseas. The orders can be placed through the net order card. They can be placed with online grow delivered or direct ship channel. And these will be distributed by Troops and Council at the end of the program. And again, troops will receive proceeds on these. And then the Girl Scouts, once they reach a certain level of donations, they can earn the Care to Share patch as well as credit towards rewards as well. All right, let's talk about mags and more. So lots of different options available. We'll first start with magazines. So again, all the items I'm going to talk about next are all items that are paid for online and direct shipped. Really, the only item that is delivered in person is those nut items. For magazines, we've got a lot of new titles this upcoming season. We even just literally this week we added Reader's Digest and a Taste of Home and a variety of new titles for this upcoming season that haven't been part of the program for quite some time. We've added a bunch of print versions of titles as well. So I like to say, encourage folks to check out magazines again if you've not been in that space for a while, because there are a lot of new titles that are available there. One of the big things this year is we've brought back a lot of print versions of magazines as well. These past few years, we had a lot of digital only versions, and some of the feedback has been, hey, love these magazines, but I actually want to get the printed version of it because I love to just take some time and just thumb through it. Or if, let's say you've got a magazine like Food Network, just love to tear out recipes or write notes in it. And so we've got a lot more print versions of magazines now as part of the program. Titles like Food Network, Good Housekeeping, Women's Health. We've actually got print versions of now. In addition, we've added a bunch of titles that we never had as part of the program before. So artist magazines like Watercolor Artist or Artist Magazine are some new ones for us. We also have 5 or 6 quilting magazines as part of the program as well. So those are all new. They're all in print format as well. So super excited about these new titles that have been added to the program that really those Girl Scouts friends and family are looking for. We've got Bark Box this year. We've got one new Bark Box that details of are coming out soon. That will be available, and certainly by the time of the launch of the program, you'll be able to see those details online. In addition, we've got 3 other Bark Boxes that were from this past season that will also be available as well. So there'll be a total of 4 different Bark Boxes that are available for that other member of the family. An important thing is there is a limited quantity on each of these, so it's while supplies last. So definitely, if somebody's interested in the Bark Box, they want to log in and make those purchases straight away. And then candles, we've expanded that space dramatically this year. Last year, for the first time, um, you had 8 different candles that were available as part of the program. I know years ago you had them, and then they came back again, and we've continued to expand them this year. We've moved up to 50 plus different options this year. You can see across the top there that we've got some different sizes of your more traditional candles. We've got the 26, 16, 15, and then 12 ounce there across the top. We've got 9 different fragrances that are available. In addition, we now have coconut soy candles as well. So we've got a soy option as part of the lineup. Bottom left-hand corner are 2 of the 12 soy options that are available. They're very thematic based candles, so we're excited about that. There are also gift options here as well. You can see featured in the bottom right-hand corner, it's a gift set. There's 3 different kind of discovery sets that are part of the program. There's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday set. And then, for example, here's the Saturday set. It's got 4 different candle options. They are 6 ounces, 4 different versions that make for great gifts as part of the program as well. So lots of different options with the candle space. It did so well last year. We just kind of want to continue to expand that space. Also, personalized products. Folks love to have things with their names on it, not only for themselves, but also to give as gifts. Some of the new items this year, we've got full color photo frames kind of featured there in the center. We also have some weekly calendars as well, so schedules they're kind of tear off pads. And so you can include members of your family's name and days of the week and utilize that each week. And then we also have some monogrammed items as well. We've got monogrammed kind of decorative soaps, monogrammed candles, and then some monogrammed napkins as well. So we've got some more customizable items within this space. Last but not least, tumblers. Key thing with tumblers is constantly refreshing with new types and new options. And so this year's no different. We've got over 500 different tumblers as part of the program. We've added a lot of military tumblers as well, kind of the stainless steel version for the different branches of the service, women servicemen. And then also we've got some 250 tumblers as well. And then a bunch of different sets of tumblers. Those did really well last year. We've got some different seasonal tumblers as well, a lot of different Halloween tumblers in that space. So excited about the different varieties that are available this year. So at the end of the day, lots of different options for friends and family to support that Girl Scout. All right, so now I'm gonna, Emma, if there's not any questions, I'm gonna move into the kind of walking through the Girl Scout experience as part of the platform for this upcoming season.
I don't see anything in the chat. If anybody needs to come off mute, we can pause here for a couple seconds, but otherwise, I think you're okay to keep moving on.
Sounds great. All right, so the experience itself should look very, very similar to this past season. So just a few highlights just overall. Key thing on getting started is that there's two primary ways to do that. The first way is with that nut order card. You've got that in-person sales with that specific piece, and then online, and that's where you're able to explore all the different options that are available as part of that platform. We always like to say that the strongest, those that reach their goals the fastest, are those that use both the nut order card and also online channels together. So in terms of launching, specifically the online portion of the program, at the beginning of the program, that Girl Scout's going to get a launch email to be able to log in. If that Girl Scout participated last year and participated again, they can use that same login name and password. Otherwise, they can certainly set up new passwords. If they're brand new, they're going to set up an email address and password for the first time, matched to their troop. Really, the process is they're going to identify not only their financial goals, but they're going to talk about what Girl Scouting means to them, any troop goals, things like that. They're going to take some time, build an avatar. They're going to upload a video. Maybe they got a troop video or an individual video, and then they're going to share it out to family and friends. That participants dashboard, there's a variety of different tools that are available there. There's a supporter thank you, which we'll talk about in just a moment. There's an address booklet. If that Girl Scout participated last year, all those email contacts are in there and they can just pick and choose who they want to send to again. If they're brand new, they can upload an address booklet and then pick and choose who they want to send to. There's an avatars room, which we'll talk about in just a moment. We always ask that Girl Scout family to enter in the totals off the nut order card at the end of the program. And so there's a space in there to be able to do that. And then there's lots and lots of different sales reports. One of the best reports is the online Girl Delivered sales report. It's got all the sales that have been paid for online and those customers are expecting delivery for. It's got the contact details for each of them so that Girl Scout can reach out and arrange delivery or pickup of the products. So lots of different reports available for that Girl Scout. The avatar, that's where it's going to take an immense amount of time because there's so many different things, so many different ways that Girl Scout can build that avatar. I always like to highlight a few of the new things this year. We've got spiral curls. We've got a hairstyle with a part down the middle and straight hair. We've got double braids. We've got hair highlights this year with purple and blue. We're adding those colorations on. We also have some new UGG shoe versions. We've got some kangaroo slippers to go in with the theme mascot. And then we also added a baseball cap as well to the options. So we got new features there. And of course, we always encourage that Girl Scout to record a voice recording because that avatar can actually talk to friends and family as part of the program too. There's lots of different tools that are available for that Girl Scout to run her program. Still about 63% of sales comes from the emails going to friends and family. So that's still where the majority come from. However, they also have that share my site space. That's where you're using social media and texting. That's a big piece of the program and a growing piece. And then there's also printable business cards and door hangers as well. When you create those within the software, it actually creates a unique QR code for that Girl Scout. So anytime a customer scans that, it directly takes them to that Girl Scout storefront. So lots of different tools available here. The important thing is that Girl Scout can decide with their family which and how they want to utilize these different tools. One of the big spaces that we built out last season that just demonstrated a lot of growth was the Share My Site Toolkit. It's a space where basically you can download online marketing tools, whether it be for Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, or X. So lots of different customizable tools there. You can also get the unique link that you can send via text. And then there's also just a variety of different tools available here with social media as well. Some new reporting things this year. We've consolidated some of the categories in reporting just to make it a little easier. Used to call out like candles, tumblers, all that. Now we just call it mags and more. So we simplified that. And then you can also see some nut sales stats, both for direct ship store, online grow delivered. Doesn't show it here, but order card as well. And then just summary stats. One of the big things we're trying to do though is encourage the Girl Scouts to understand where sales are coming from a channel perspective. We've broken up Share My Site for this upcoming season. So if you look down towards the middle bottom, that Girl Scout will be able to see sales by their Share My Site shares. So whether it be sharing on texting or sharing on social media, they'll be able to see which portion of their sales are actually coming from that space. In addition, they'll be able to see what sales are coming from emails and then also what sales are coming from dashboard. That's basically that Girl Scouts dashboard where a lot of parents or guardians are making purchases and things like that. So they're able to see in these different channels. One of the new things this year is there's actually a visualized patch that's on the order card that if that Girl Scout gets 8 or more items sold via the Share My Site tool, and again, that's via texting and social media, they'll earn that patch as well. And that's something that they'll see visibly on their dashboard and they'll be able to keep track of over the course of the program. You can't say thanks enough, and one of those tools is found under the supporter thank you. When you click on that, you're basically able to see a pre-populated message that's available there that Girl Scout can either customize or just completely build their own message as part of this. Then activate it, and anytime someone makes a purchase, it'll automatically say thank you as part of the program. That avatar room, which I mentioned earlier, there's lots of virtual rewards that can be earned in this space. The important one I like to point out to you as volunteers is that there's a troop photo in the back. So for that troop volunteer, that's the space that the Girl Scouts are visiting often because they like that troop photo a lot and they like to see if their troop leader or volunteer is able to do it or not. So encourage your troop leaders when you're training them that they need to make sure to build their avatar because it'll show up in that space for their troop. And there's also, once again, a personalized patch option as well. The criteria are featured there at the very top for that Girl Scout to be able to qualify to earn that. Once that's been earned, that Girl Scout can choose between 3 different backgrounds. They're all tied into the Australian theme this year. The far left is the Sydney Opera House, the middle is the Great Barrier Reef, and far right is kind of an outback scene there with a safari vehicle as well. And the Girl Scouts are able to choose between these 3 different backgrounds. There's also a crossover patch as well between the Fall 26 2027 cookie program. The qualifications to earn that are featured on the left-hand side. At the end of the cookie program, if a Girl Scout has earned that through the qualifications, then she'll earn a patch that's got her avatar on it, as well as the theme mascot for the 2027 cookie program. On the back of the nut order card, it features all the different rewards that are part of the program. They're based off from total combined units, so between both nuts and mags and more. Key thing here is that as levels reach, that Girl Scout qualifies for that. Some of them have choices. and at each level, they can make that choice, and they are cumulative. So as the levels reach, they're going to earn a choice or earn that item at that specific level. And then that patch combination for those three kind of stackable patches there on the left-hand side are along the bottom of the nut order card. That's where you can earn those based off from the number of mags and more, the number of nut items, or the number of emails sent. All right, so that was that Girl Scouts experience. Should be look familiar if you've utilized the software in the past. Now let's talk about the volunteer experience. So your troops are going to receive a launch email typically about a week in advance of the program start date. You'll receive yours about that time as well. You can log in, you can utilize the same login name and password as last year if you choose to. For that troop volunteer, though, they're going to watch about a 10-minute video that walks them through a just-in-time training around what the software tools are available to them. We also ask them to queue up the parent-adult email campaign, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And then it's important to build that avatar as well. One of the things that's built into the software is on the first day of the program, there's an introduction email to all the Girl Scouts that are part of the program for that troop to offer an invitation to join into the program. And so one of the things that happens with that communication on the first day is it actually launches out from the troop volunteer to encourage participation within the troop and also saying, hey, our troop's participating in the program. So one of the things that we ask the troops to do in that training video is to look under this specific space, make sure that the emails are correct for which emails those families are utilizing for Girl Scouting. And the second thing we ask them to do is make sure all the Girl Scouts are listed with their parent or guardian's email address, because we want to make sure all get that invitation at the very beginning. So that's one of the things we ask them to do, and then just go ahead and click send and continue as part of that. The troop dashboard, lots of different tools available there. There's the ability to send messages, especially at the beginning of the program, to all the Girl Scouts, and then updates throughout, and then kind of summary communications at the end. There's also a space for that troop volunteer to make edits to that Girl Scout order card. So they have the ability to do that. Also have the ability to select rewards if they need to. There's lots of different reports here. I'll call out some individual reports a little bit later on, but the key thing here is there's as many or as few reports as wanted as part of the software. So lots and lots of different details there. And then you also have the ability at the troop level to be able to see kind of the troop proceed amount and any transactions in terms of ACH that happen as well. As I mentioned before, there are adult avatars, so encourage your troops to build those. And then there is also an opportunity for those troops to qualify to earn their own avatar patch as well. The criteria there are basically to reach that $1,900 in total sales, and I believe to also have sent that parent adult email campaign. Once you queue that up and reach the sales number, you'll qualify for one of these patches as well at the troop level. All right, service unit dashboard. You are super users. You see lots of year-over-year stats there on the right-hand side. You have the ability to send messages to all your troops at the very beginning. Over the course of the program, maybe you want to just send the communications to troops that have sales, and then towards the end, wrap up things as well. You have the ability to manage orders as you choose to for each of the individual Girl Scouts. You can see all different sales reports at the troop level, service unit level. You can even drill down to the Girl Scout level within your service unit. And then you're also able to see kind of the amounts due for troops and then all those ACH transactions as well. And then as a thank you for service in this role as a service unit volunteer, we appreciate it. You will receive your avatar patch as well. Once your service unit hits $1 in sales, it's just a technical thing. It'll happen on the first day of the program. You'll reach that. The key thing here is you just want to verify your avatar is what you want it to be, and then just your mailing address. We'll get that sent to the printer and get that off to you as soon as possible. Delivery tickets. So once the nut order is submitted by council, that's after you've had your review of things, then all of a sudden delivery tickets will become active. You can run a delivery ticket by your entire service unit. You can run it by troop. You can even run it by individual girl if you want to do that. Your troops can run it for their troop and then also for each of the individual Girl Scouts. And you can run it for not only product, but also rewards as well. So it helps with the distribution of products. makes that really a simple thing to be able to do, or simplifies that quite a bit. And you also have the option to include financials on there as well if you want those details for your troops to have access to as well. A couple interesting forms that I like to kind of call out. One's on the far right. It's your troop summary report. That's a great one pager that shows the sales, troop proceeds, and then the amount due, and has got some great campaign stats. One on the left is around individual transactions. The only money that the Girl Scout's going to collect is for the nut order card, and it'll actually show the amount due by Girl Scout within the software. Besides keeping paper receipting, you can also use digital receipting here as well. Keep track of those transactions and zero out the amount that's due for the nut order card sales in here as well. All right, let's hit some program specifics before we wrap up. So, in terms of dates, the program begins October 1st, runs through till that October 31st. That's going to be the last day that those parents of those Girl Scouts guardians are going to enter in the totals off the nut order card. Then y'all have, along with troops, a couple few days to make edits there. And then the direct ship items will all close down around the second. And then basically service unit deliveries will begin November 18th and after. And so Emma will coordinate kind of scheduling there with y'all around that. But that's kind of just the overall program timeframe. We have some FAQs. This is just kind of the top 5 hit list that our customer care team gets each season. So I just want to kind of roll through these with you. First one is, how do you reset your password? Well, the great thing is on the M2S software, the landing page that you'll get access to, there's a forgot password icon. Click that. You can easily reset your password. Same thing for the Girl Scouts. When they get that launch email, they can click on that and reset their password as well. When can a supporter expect a direct ship nut order placed online? What's going to happen is, as soon as they place that order, they're going to get a confirmation email. Then in a few weeks, when the product ships, they'll get a confirmation email as well with tracking details. So they get a total of 2 emails at the very beginning, and then once it ships. When will a participant receive their personalized patch? Key thing there is, once they qualify for it, they'll get a confirmation email where they approve the avatar and include that parent or guardian's mailing address. Once that's done, we'll send it to the printer, and about 8 to 10 weeks later is when they'll receive their patch. What if a participant didn't find their name as they log into the platform? It happens. That's not a problem. They can set everything up. They can set goals. They can queue up the emails. What'll happen then is the emails won't go out until they have, or their registration's been confirmed. And so what happens there is they get put into what's called a holding tank. Emma and the team will review those. Once they get registration confirmed, they'll release those emails to go out, and they'll be able to participate in the money earning act portion of the program. So we'll make sure to get that taken care of. And when can I expect my online girl delivered items? Well, the key thing there is the program begins October 1st, rolls through the month of October. Remember when I mentioned that service unit deliveries start November 18th and after? That's when the product will get to y'all. Then it'll get to the troops and then to the Girl Scouts. So basically, the latter half of November is when that product will be available for those that placed orders online and are expecting delivery. Key thing, though, is that in all of this, you're going to have questions. And so we've got a customer care team that's available to y'all beyond just Emma and the team there. They're cross-trained in the technology and also in inquiries around customer orders. If you have questions about the technology, your troops, your Girl Scout families, maybe there's some orders out there you have questions about for nuts or magazines and more, our team's able to handle all of those. So reach out to them. A variety of different ways to do that. You can call the Way 100 number, and we'll have folks there to answer those questions. You can also go to support.gsnutsandmags.com, and there's the ability to chat as well. So if you want to chat with somebody, you're able to do that. And last but not least, you can create a ticket as well if you can't find an answer to your question, and include your email address, and we'll be able to correspond with you via email as well. So any of those different ways, depending on how you or the other volunteers or families want to or customers want to reach out, we have those many different channels available there. So with that said, thank you so much for all that you do. Thanks for your service in this space, and we're grateful for all of your energy and your commitment and time. With that said, I'll turn back over to Emma to see if we have any other questions that we need to field.
I have not seen any come in through the chat, so I think unless anyone wants to take themselves, Sorry, I had a coughing fit. If anyone wants to take themselves off mute to ask questions, otherwise, I do plan to send a follow-up email to everyone tomorrow with a link to this recording, as well as some of the forms and timelines and other things we discussed tonight. If there aren't any questions, please feel free to go ahead and depart from the meeting. I again thank you all for your time. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I am going to drop, let's see, my email in here. And I do see a question here from Tanya. So let me put this in here and then I'll read that question here. Do we have dates for troop leader trainings? Yes, Tanya, the troop leader training will be September 8th, and I'm getting that information shared out in our newsletter. And that link for the training will be right at the top of our website as well, the day of our training on September 8th. And then delivery dates will be November 18th, 19th, or 20th. So you do have 3 different days to choose from there.
Okay.
Bernie, you muted yourself. I don't know if you were meaning to ask a question.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
It was about that bonus offer with direct ship. It said he had said something about, did he say that you would get a free item or you just percentage off the free item?
Great question. So it will be, you'll have 3 different items you get to choose from. It'll
Right.
be $2 off the price found on the net order card.
Oh, okay. So that's not a free item. You just have an extra item that you will get a discount off of.
Yes.
That's correct. And shipping is free on that item as well. So there won't be an
Oh, the
additional charge for
shipping.
shipping.
Okay.
Shipping is free. Yep.
The shipping is free.
Yep, on that specific item. Because typically what happens is based off from
And $2 off.
the sales dollars that you spend is your shipping rate.
Okay.
And so this won't push you up to another higher shipping rate.
Oh, I see. Okay. It helps the shipping. Yeah, it helps you, get free shipping. I can see that. Okay. All righty. I see it. That was thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
bet.
Bernie. And then Danielle asked the girls' percentage and rewards would go off of the $2 off then, correct? Or would it go off of the original cost of the item?
The $2 would come off the original cost of the item.
Okay, I think so with the true profit, like let's say the item is $8 and their true profit is $1.20, would the true profit be based off of the $8 or the $6?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm trying to, we're percentage based, so it would be off from whatever the item was ultimately sold for. So
Okay,
it would
so
be
it's
off the lower rate. Yep.
yes. So Danielle, yes, you are correct. Any other questions? All right, not hearing any, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here. I dropped my email in the chat. I'm also going to stop